I'm ready to get my planner changed up and set up for the month of February. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I'm getting my planner all set up for the month of January. This is my catch-all planner. I use a Franken planning system, which means I combine several different planning layouts into one planner each month, and I'm going to get it all set up today. So I thought I would bring you guys along. We're going to change out covers. We're going to change out dashboards. We're going to change out a lot of things and get this ready to go for the month of February. So I will put you all on fast forward. As always, I will link everything that I use down in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go. All right, so I like to change out my planner cover each and every month. It feels like getting a new planner. This month, I'm using my Vogue planner cover. It is Valentine's theme, or at least it feels like it's love theme, and I'm changing out the charms. Now, these are the planner charms I have in my shop. You can see with this lobster claw, it goes straight through the cutouts in the disc, and then I wanted to add a second charm. Instead of putting it through the disc, I'm actually going to take this one off of the end of the charm. I'm going to leave the little split ring, and I'm going to put two charms on one planner keychain so that it all is together. I think it's so fun having the charms hanging off your planner, being able to customize the colors and things like that. Really adds a little extra bling, which makes me super happy. So these are the guts of my planner. I have discs. These are from the Happy Planner. I have the new cover that will be available in my shop on February the 4th. And then these are frosted planner dividers. These are also available in my shop. Now, the cool thing about the frosted planner dividers is that you can change up the dashboard that goes behind them. That's what I'm doing. I designed some different dashboards on Canva and I printed them out, cut them down to size, and it creates kind of a whole new feel to the divider, which I absolutely love getting to change out seasonally, month by month. In January, I had a Wicked theme and I used Wicked dashboards, and this month I'm doing more of a February pink red kind of feel. So I'm changing things out. I'm moving things over. Franken planning means I'm taking different layouts. We're going to go through all the layouts I use and how I'm using them as I'm decorating here in just a minute. But I'm able to add 1 month at a time. And what I'm doing is taking January, because I'm setting this up before the end of January, putting the January pages, and then right behind it, I put the February pages for the next month. When February comes along, I can just take out the January pages and it will be all ready to go to start off February. The Franken planning system, the combining of the different layouts, has really helped me be able to track and plan for different parts of my life, but all in the same planner. So for instance, I have a catch-all planner in here that is my family's schedule. I have a wellness planner that allows me to track exercise and wellness habits and activities. I also have a journal that I use in here. I have a whole section on moving because my family is preparing to move this year. It just allows me to really customize with different inserts, which I have absolutely loved over the years. The frosted planner dividers are fabulous because I can change them out really easily. They hold up all year long and I can use them from year to year. So I'm really pumped about the system I set up for 2025. So far, I am not changing anything. If I do change something, I'll definitely have a video on that. And I have a video where I talk through my whole setup for 2025 that you can find on my planner. All right, this is my section for my word of the year. And I have these printables. They're actually from an Etsy shop called Amy Plans Things. I will link her down in the description box below. I use several of her printables throughout this video, so be sure to check her out. All right, here's my flip through. I'm showing you the frosted covers, the different dashboards that are behind the covers. They are so fun for the month of February. I'm very, very excited to dig into my planner. I feel like I have found planner peace. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I want to, knock on wood. I feel it might be a little bit of a jinx to say that, but I enjoyed my planner so much in January. I cannot wait to continue the same system for February. One of my personal goals for my planner in 2025 is to focus more on the in-between pages. Those are the pages in between your basic calendar. So I start off, all of my planner inserts that are available in my shop start off with a dot grid page in the front. That is meant to be a currently page, a page to track your current likes, dislikes, things that are going on. And I used to never, ever, ever use the currently page, but I want to use it all year. So I'm actually going to use the same setup throughout the year and the same materials, meaning I'm going to use the Noteworthy collection from Simple Stories throughout the year so that all of my currently pages have a similar feel. I think at times I started to feel just a little overwhelmed to have to set up a brand new currently page each and every month. And I'm thinking if I use the same patterns from month to month, not exactly the same bits and pieces, but the overall pattern, that it will start to be easier for me to fill out and easier for me to maintain and decorate throughout the month. So I cut out, the Noteworthy collection is so fun. It has one 12 by 12 paper with cut aparts for each and every month. So I cut out the word February here at the top, and you can see I have my January currently page kind of open to my left so that I can follow the same formula to get this one set up. So we're going to do one long box right over here on the left, and then I'm going to combine that with two journaling boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans over on the right, mix and matched with different pieces of ephemera from the Noteworthy kit. Now, I may end up changing up the things that I'm looking at in my currently section. So right now I'm currently planning, currently learning, currently feeling, currently in the news, kind of using some different topics like that. I might change that up. Right now I'm going to stick with the same ones because if it worked in January, then I feel like it's going to work in February until I'm super bored with it, and then we will change it mid-year. So again, same formula, a couple of ephemera pieces right here, layering a box over the top of that. Then I'm going to pull in some titles from another one of my favorite sticker companies on Etsy. So you heard me talk about Amy Plans Things. I use some of her printables. You'll see them come later in this video. I also really love Proud Sticker Designs. She has an Etsy shop. She has some tremendous functional stickers that I cannot get enough of. The titles that she has and the writing that she uses, it's beautiful. I have a whole collection of her stickers and they are some of my favorites. So be sure to check her out also. I love being able to support some other small shops. I am not affiliated with either of these ladies at all. I just really like to support them and I love their products. So that's why I want to share them with you. Okay, so once I get my currently page all set up, then I will flip over and start working on the February monthly layout. Now, you saw me put it in earlier, but the layout that I am using for 2025 is actually the checklist layout. It looks very much like a vertical layout with 3 vertical boxes for each and every day, but there's a checklist in that middle row of boxes. I have loved it for January. I am a list maker. If you are a list maker, the checklist layout is really, really ideal for you. So I decorate the weekly layouts in different videos, but let's decorate the monthly layout. The stickers that I'm using are exclusive stickers that I send to Patreon members. The blue, green, and purple tiers, green, blue, purple, they all receive exclusive stickers in the mail from me each and every month. This month's theme is self-care. They have 4 exclusive sticker sheets, and I like to use them to decorate my monthly layout to kind of set the tone for the month. And I love that this one is self-care, but it's not just self-care as in getting manicures and watching movies. These are themed to self-care, all about taking care of yourself, your environment, your work life, your habits. It's all the things that really make you feel empowered throughout the month, which I'm super pumped about. So we're going to start with washi tape at the top and bottom. You'll see that I use a lot of washi tape in my planner. I love putting it at the top and bottom. That deep magenta color that I'm using on the currently page makes an appearance on every page that I use the Noteworthy collection on. This particular paper, I use this kind of peachy color that is from Illustrated Faith, and then that February title is from Proud Sticker Designs, as are these monthly dating stickers. So I'm going to go ahead and date it. I like undated inserts because sometimes I change up my planner layout or my planner layout. Sometimes I use a dashboard, sometimes I use a checklist. So I like that I have undated planner inserts so that I never feel like I'm wasting a whole month of paper. All right, we're going to get this dated and then go ahead and start decorating the spread to, to give that little self-care vibe as we go into the month of February. Now, I keep my monthly layouts rather simple. I add functional boxes in for important events, games that my kids are involved in, gymnastics meets, all their different activities. I don't do functional boxes for the day in, day out practices and things like that, just things that are kind of out of the ordinary. So I add a few decorative stickers, mostly towards the edges, because I know that there will eventually be a lot of writing going on this spread. And February is a busy month. All of my kids have their birthdays in the month of February. So it's kind of a crazy month in our house. And plus there's just, all the things are going on. So a few decorative stickers here and there. I love the yoga girl. Like, she is my vibe. I also like the office setup because something about having your office be nice and clean and organized is really good for my self-care. I know that for sure. And I know that cleaning is one of the things I do as a self-care activity because it really helps my mental health when the environment that I am in also feels really good. So cleaning and organizing is something that I personally do for self-care every now and then. All right, a few boxes on this spread. It's a pretty simple monthly spread, but I love that it's decorated, ready to go, and then I can just fill it out as the beginning of the month gets a little bit closer. Now, on the backs of these pages, I have more dot grid paper, and then I'm also pulling in a monthly tracker. This is an insert that I have available in my shop that works really well for tracking goals and habits that you're working on throughout the month. As you can see, I use that same washi tape. Like I said, I use it over and over. It creates a cohesive feeling for that entire month throughout my planner, which I very much enjoyed in January. Instead of having every section be a whole different theme or a whole different sticker book or whatever, using the Noteworthy collection and having repeated elements like the washi tape made it A, easier to decorate in the end, and B, I just felt good when I was flipping through my planner that it wasn't all scattered all over the place, but that there was a theme throughout. So what I do on these pages, again, this is the back of the monthly calendar plus a monthly planning insert. I set my goals for the month in some different categories of life. So I set some home goals because we are destashing and getting our house ready to sell and to move. And then I set some self-care goals, just some goals for myself. I write them out. I believe there's a lot of power in putting pen to paper with your goals. I write them out there on the left-hand side. I use the right-hand side with all of those trackers to track habits that support my goals. So everything that's on the right-hand side supports the goals that I have on the left-hand side. I flip to it on a daily basis, mark off if I did the habit or not, and it allows me to see where I can still work throughout the month or what needs work throughout the month. For instance, the month of January, one of the habits I was working on was being off of my cell phone by 9 p.m. Well, I am filming this mid-month of January, and not one day have I been off of my cell phone by 9 p.m. So that is something that I need to take a look at and refocus on for the month of February. When habits start working or start feeling like they are a natural habit, I don't necessarily need to track them day in and day out. But when habits are not successful, like my phone habit, then I can take some time to kind of reflect and see, why don't I get off my phone? Why am I on my phone? What is triggering that? And I can take a look at how I can work on that, and what I'm actually trying to accomplish by getting off of my phone, kind of refocus that and write a little bit more about that on the left-hand side as a reminder to myself so that I can continue to work on some of those daily habits. Now, after I work on my habits section, the back of the habits has a monthly reflection. Again, that is a tracker that's available in my shop. That's really easy. It's a one-page thing that you can pop right into your monthly plan. On the next page, this is right before the weeks start, the regular weekly layout, I create a monthly highlights page. This is just for me to reflect at the end of the month and jot down some of the best memories of the month. I haven't yet filled this out for the month of January. Like I said, I'm filming this. It's kind of the middle of January, so I haven't gotten a chance to fill it out, but I think it'll be a fun thing to reflect on at the end of the year. And possibly in February, I might give myself one a week, like put 4 boxes on here, or make sure that on Sundays I'm reflecting on what the highlight of that particular week was. I think that might be a more effective way to document as the month goes on. So I'm just going to decorate this page. Otherwise, it's mostly blank. Once I'm done with this one, then I put it in. Then I have all the weeks for the month in the checklist layout. And at the end of the month, I like to do a page for memory keeping. So it helps me to have things done. This was a marathon decorating session. I'm not going to lie. I spent about an hour getting my planner all set up for February. However, that's a long time for sure to sit down and work on your planner, but it's all set up for the whole month. There's my checklist layout, should be ready to go. But at the end of the month, we have another dot grid page. This is where I do, see, that's my January memory keeping. I'm going to do something similar for February. And again, I'm following the same kind of formulaic layout. I just find that it's easier and the decorating can go faster. So we're using Simple Stories papers. These are not actually the Noteworthy collection. This is a different collection that I just had in my stash, but all of the colors will go really nicely. And I'm just going to create a spot on this page to have 4 different photos from the month that I can easily print out on my little personal printer at home and then add it straight onto the layout. Like I said, it may seem overwhelming to sit and do this all in one sitting, but it feels so good to have it done. I learned this from my faith planner. I have started setting up my entire faith planner for the month before the month starts. I started it sometime in the middle of last year, and I love it. Yes, it's a marathon session, but man, does it make me feel good that my planner is decorated and ready to go. I don't decorate each week in advance. I do that on a week-to-week basis so that if new stickers come out or a new theme or I want to try something different, I still have that freedom and I still get to like scratch that decorating itch during the week, but I don't have to feel like I have to decorate my entire planner or continue to work on a million different pages. Like, it's decorated and fun and ready to go. Last little thing I need to do, let's break February right here in the middle, and this will be ready for photos at the end of the month. So all of these pages are in the front section of my planner in what I call my weekly section. We have a monthly overview section, we have a weekly section, I have daily pages, and then we get into wellness. So in my wellness section, I use my monthly fitness layout, which you see right here. And then I have little stickers that I use that represent my Apple Watch rings. I'm just going to go ahead and hand write in all of the dates for the month and then add in stickers. And I use these stickers to track whether or not I close my Apple rings. Each day I take some time and fill in the stats from the day before. I just love seeing it. I love seeing when I have streaks of movement going. I love seeing how often I close my rings. It's kind of a ritual that I have come to really enjoy in the morning. And yes, I find it motivating to actually move my body and close the rings because I know I'll get to color in the circles. And it's all about finding those little things that help motivate us. Am I right? So love using this to track fitness on the backs of these pages. I have spaces for challenges throughout the month, something that I'm really working on for a habit. So for instance, my 30-day challenge for January was to track my food on the Noom app, which I've been using. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do for February yet. I haven't yet considered it. And then I write down my weekly fitness. I write down what exercises I did, how many miles I ran, things like that. So that's what I use my fitness pages for. Do you have to track your fitness in order to actually move your body? No. But like I said, pen to paper really motivates me and it means a lot. So I very much enjoy tracking it in here. I have these little scale stickers. These are, again, from Proud Sticker Designs. It allows me to track weight and see how things are going throughout the month. So it's something that I really get a lot out of, just looking at some of the details of my fitness routines throughout the month. So getting it set up in advance, I don't go through and decorate these pages. These are strictly functional to record stats and things like that, but they'll be all set up, ready to go for the entire month of February. So don't really have to worry about changing it up. Oops, I need to switch those out. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, I also was trying to use the wellness tracker that's available in my shop. That's what you see over there on the right. However, I've decided to mix and match it in with some of these cute trackers. These are from Amy Plans Things on Etsy. She has trackers. This is actually her February 2024 trackers. She generally releases a new set each month. I'm going with last year's because I think they're cute. So I printed these out in a classic size, and all of my wellness trackers that you see in here have a dot grid on the back, and that is where I put these fun trackers. So I did it in January. Something about, like I said, it's about the ritual of sitting down with coffee in the morning and my planner that I find a lot of comfort in, and it's lovely to check in with myself in different ways. How has my sleeping been going? Have I been tracking habits? Did I drink water yesterday? What am I doing for self-care? All of these habit trackers prompt those thoughts and cause me to reflect, which then helps me kind of refocus for the day ahead, which is why I very much enjoy using them. I don't use all the habit trackers that come in the sets that Amy offers. I pick the ones that work for me for that month, and I will cut them out and put them on the back of my typical wellness trackers, which are what I use to see some of those daily habits that I'm also continuing to work on that involve my health and mental wellness. Now, inevitably, when I talk about working in my planner each day and the different habits that I track and the pages that I work on, I get people that will say, how do you possibly have that much time to sit with your planner? It takes me 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes a day in my planner for my mental health. I think is totally worth it. It is an activity that I enjoy. Like I said, it causes me to reflect on things as far as my physical wellness and my mental wellness that I find helpful. It helps me calm my head and wrap my brain around everything that's going to happen that particular day. It's just an important part of my morning routine. Some people love working in their planners in the evening, kind of to unwind after the end of a work day. It's whatever works for you. So in the end, 10 to 15 minutes, I don't think is very much time to dedicate to getting your head wrapped around your day, what happened yesterday, that type of reflection time. All right, so now we're getting towards the end of my Frankenplanner. This next section I call my creative journal. I use the quad layout for my creative journal. That's where I jot down a few thoughts of where I'm at on a particular day. The front page, that front dot grid page that in another section I used as a currently page. On this section I use as a gratitude log. So this is where I write down daily gratitude. Again, I'm following the same formula for decorating that I had in February. So you're going to see a similarity to how these pages start to come together. Again, using that same collection from Simple Stories. I love the Noteworthy collection. We're going to add that in, and the title that I use is Gratitude List from Proud Sticker Designs. So that will be what's on the front. On the inside calendar of this particular section, I like to track the weather, and many of you were really supportive when I said that I track the weather. I said, I love tracking the weather. I don't know why I track the weather, but I do. And a lot of you commented that the weather can have a big contribution to your mood or your state of mind, which I think is very, very true. So I feel like tracking the weather within my creative journal makes a lot of sense. I have some weather stickers that I made on Cricut Design Space, and I cut out with my Cricut and I add those in each day and record the high and low temperature for that day right before I sit down and fill in my creative journal. So I'm just titling this with weather. This is the same format that I used in January. I think having a formula for putting my planner together each and every month is very much going to serve me this year when it's a year of change for me and my family. I think something consistent throughout the year is going to be very, very helpful. So you have the word weather, and then I'm going to write in February with my Tombow lettering pen, go over and add a little bit more oomph to some of those downstrokes. And then all I need to do is date this. Again, I'm going to grab those stickers from Proud Sticker Designs, a little decorative elements here and there, and then date this. And my planner is going to be set up. Yes, if you made it this far in this planning video, thank you so much for hanging out. It is quite the process to get a planner set up, or to get my planner set up for the month, but you can see it's set up for so many things. It's tracking my my likes and dislikes. It's tracking my family schedule. It's tracking my wellness, my fitness, my moods, my sleeping habits, the weather, a creative journal. It's doing so many things, and it's all within one planner, which makes it really easy to work with each and every day. I'd love to hear from you down below. What is working in your planner and what are you wanting to change up? We all are trying some new systems in 2025. Some things were awesome, some things were not. Let us know down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. As always, I will link supplies that I use down in the description box below. All of these inserts are available over in my shop at ScrappyWife.com. I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon community. February is going to be a wonderful month. Magenta Moments of Love. We're going to fall in love with our craft all over again in February. So head on over to patreon.com/ScrappyWife and join us in time for a brand new month. All right. I hope that you all have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.